against me.
Let's go.
Yeah, we top, live with it. Yeah, we going up, ain't no stopping it. Cry good, proud with it. Yeah, we going up, ain't no stopping it. All I got is tunnel vision. All I got is tunnel vision. All I got is every time I pull up, you know I'ma shut it down. Got some L's in my own, now I hand them out. I got some hitters in my city, but it's send them out. Legendary. Gotta tell them, yeah, we top, live with it. Yeah, we going up, ain't no stopping it. Cry good, proud with it. Yeah, we going up, ain't no stopping it. All I got is tunnel vision. All I got is tunnel vision. All I got is. Oh yeah, whoa, look, they can never keep me down. I'm going, and if I ever fail to
Sweet 16 boys soccer pairs small school power Mansfield Christian making their amazing 11th regional appearance since 2006 against one of the most dominant teams in all of Division 5, once beaten Van Buren, and the number 5 state-ranked Black Knights. Live and free coverage of the regional semifinals goes down from Clyde, and you can take in all the action. Next.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
It's the Avita Home Health and Hospice pregame show. They're improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifetime. Regional semifinal soccer about to go down from Bob Bishop Stadium on a gorgeous night here in Clyde. Almost record temperatures here in the Buckeye State as number 5 Van Buren takes on the Cinderella story in Mansfield Christian. Good evening, everybody. I am Brian Skowronski. I'll be on the call with you folks here this evening for a very interesting showcase of two teams with very different stories during their regular seasons, meeting here for a chance to advance into the Elite Eight and keep their tournament hopes alive, trying to go for a state championship in the brand new Division 5. Tell you about Van Buren. Have not been scored on yet so far in the tournament, and actually they've only allowed 11 goals all season long. Offensively, they average nearly 5 goals per match. They've scored 4 or more goals 10 different occasions, so this is a squad that when they're out on the pitch, they are dominant. Started the season 10-0, lost only 1 match all year to Liberty Benton. 8 wins, 1 draw since. One of the hottest teams in the state under their head coach, Jeff Swaysgood. And this team has a ton of momentum coming into tonight, of course, as they have been sweeping through the competition since they got into the tournament action. And I think, on paper at least, are a heavy favorite to advance and get beyond this match into the round of the Elite Eight. We're going to spotlight Tanner Bond here tonight, the senior keeper. 18 wins as a starter. That is a school record. 12 of those coming via the shutout variety. And when you only allow 11 goals all season, that is an unbelievable number. This dude actually has not given up more than 1 goal in any match all season long. If he's in between the pipes, you know that you're in for a quality match, and all you need is your offense to step up just a little bit. They're going to keep you in the game defensively with that man protecting along that back line for Van Buren. Mansfield Christian, though, won the Tiffin District as the number 4 seed. They actually started the postseason below 500 4 straight losses for them going into the playoffs, but they have found a ton of confidence ever since. This program accustomed to making deep playoff runs. They play a challenging non-league schedule, and with the tournament expansion to 5 divisions, they've seen lots of quality teams already. Even though they're not a very high-scoring team, they only give up a couple of goals per match. So, like Van Buren, they're able to stay in a lot of these games just riding the backs of their defense. And this is a tight-knit group under head coach Chad McFadden. Expect them to come out, play for one another, play with a lot of love and energy. That is the Mansfield Christian way. Our player spotlight tonight, Mr. Weston Neal, the senior midfielder, scored a pair of goals in the district championship victory. Named a first-team All-Mid-Buckeye Conference performer just this week. He's a really solid leader. I've seen him down there in the huddles and just around the group. He's just one of those guys that you gravitate towards. You want to be a part of this kid's unit, a physical player, and that's why we spotlight him here tonight. 9 goals so far on the season, tops on the team. Also has a handful of helpers as well. And there he is, the bleach blonde hair, coming out with a big smile, looking to lead this team into battle tonight. Mansfield Christian, a school that once a week I get the opportunity to go over there, be in the classroom, and teach some media classes. And they've got some really cool stuff going on right now, including some interviews with some of the senior players here on the team, including one Max Hoovler, the senior sweeper. Caught up with him a couple of weeks ago. Here's an exclusive interview with Max.
Hi, I'm Josiah Schleusner. I'm here with Mansfield Christian, and this is Max Hoovler. Max, what is your favorite reason for playing soccer?
Well, I've always played soccer ever since like U7, and I've just stuck with it. I've loved it ever since I played it the first time. And yeah, that's about it.
What stuck out to you about soccer? Is there any specific moment when you really enjoyed playing soccer? Like, man, I really liked soccer.
Well, when we won districts my sophomore year, that was like the best point of like my soccer career. That's the highest achievement I've had. But yeah, that's and just like working my way up as like a captain this year, that's been pretty cool. But yeah.
How have you felt about being a captain, leading these new players and showing them ropes? How do you approach that?
Well, I try not to come at them very what's the word? Aggressive, I guess. And I try to put them under my wing and just like show them the ropes, as you say, and just try to help them along. And I mean, we all are freshmen at one point. I know I was a freshman and I was not very good my freshman year, but I had seniors that year that helped me grow, and I want to do the same thing for them.
Awesome. What would you say was one of your more challenging moments during soccer?
Definitely the coaching switch after my sophomore year. Our coach left and went to Ontario, and we had to get a new coach, and our assistant coach at that time became our head coach, and that's kind of just ruffled some feathers, I'd say, and it's just caused a little controversy, but I think we've worked through that this year, and we're on to good things this year.
Awesome. What are some difficulties that you overcame during the year that you would like to share?
I just go back to the coaching and the players. Like there's just been a little bit of strife, I'd say, and we've just worked through that as captains and as players, and I think we've gotten past that, and we're again on to better things.
How would you say your faith has grown in playing this sport?
I mean, God has shown me a lot of things through soccer. He's shown me that like being a team and being together as a community is just such an important thing, and like a parallel to soccer is like a small group, and being in a small group and being able to be in a tight-knit community that has your back. I think that's really important.
Awesome. Is there any way this sport will affect your future? Do you think of playing in college?
Probably not. I'm not planning on going to college, but I'd like to play in the future. I'm playing spring this year, so yeah, that's about it.
That'll be fun. Who are you playing with in the spring?
Panthers FC.
Awesome. What would you say is a legacy that you would like to leave behind?
Well, I just want to be a good leader to everybody, show them what a good leader and soccer player looks like, and hopefully they can match that and do greater things than I could in my senior year.
Awesome. And you can look into the camera. Is there any person you'd like to shout out?
Shout out to God. Shout out to my mom and dad and my siblings, and to all my teammates and coaches.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello. Love it. Got to get in the shout out. So really following in OH Report's footsteps and doing what we do. So getting some great training over there with these kids, and they've been a big part of what we've been doing over at Mansfield Christian. And 2 thumbs up to Max, shouting out God. As we'll now step aside, honor America, and then we'll get ready for some regional semifinal action. So the stage is set. Sweet 16 boys soccer in region, or division number 5, I should say. Mansfield Christian looking to make their unlikely charge back into the Elite 8 against a Van Buren squad who has been one of the very elite teams in the entire state from the very onset. So what decides this match? How do each of these teams get a victory? I'll begin with the home team on the scoreboard tonight, that being Mansfield Christian. And you have just got to find some feet. They are at their best when they are distributing, when they are playing free-flowing soccer, and when they've got guys that are connecting passes, creating chances ultimately once you get into the attacking third. So if you're finding feet, you're getting the ball to your weapons, you're going to be able to inevitably create some opportunities to score. And if they can cash them in, I certainly like their chances here tonight with all the momentum that they've been able to build so far throughout this tournament journey, coming in as the number 4 seed in the district, surprising, upsetting a couple of teams to get to this point in the tournament. It has been a fun journey to watch so far for these Flames. There's Hoovler getting announced, our player spotlight coming up here after McFadden. Here is Weston Neal. Adam Tem will be joining them in the lineup along with Everett Martin, Landon Cyphers, Grady Heichel back playing in net tonight, Dawson Louse, Alex Mayer, Christian Mallory, and Noah Pierce round out the starting 11 for the Flames. And for the Black Knights, keys to victory? No cracks in the armor. What does that mean? You have been so good all season long. Don't have any cracks in your armor here tonight. Keep playing defensive soccer the way that you know how, and that typically leads to some great offensive attacks, getting it to the weapons on the perimeter and being able to expose any cracks in the opposing team's army. And if you can lead early, that gives you the opportunity to sit back and defend. I feel like if they score first, could be lights out for Mansfield Christian, and the Flames might fizzle out here tonight. Starters for the Black Knights tonight. We've got Finn Martin, one of the captains, wearing the number 2. Colton Wilson joins him along with Carson Stone. Aiden Reeson, another one of the captains, and had a big performance, game-winning goal in the district semis. Emilio Nunez in the number 11. Cohen Stevens wears 17. Tanner Bond, we already talked about. He'll be in net tonight. Alec Busey, Nick Carey, Gavin Fruth, and Seth Gregory, the third captain on the roster, playing in the midfield. Round out your starting 11 here tonight for Van Buren as they get announced here over the loudspeakers. Large contingent of their fans here in attendance tonight. Mansfield Christian, too. I just walked down through the bleachers about 10 minutes ago or so, and I saw there's probably more Black Knights fans. They're a lot closer geographically than Mansfield is up here, but still there's a ton of Flames Nation up here in the building tonight, so it's going to be a loud, rowdy audience. Everybody here on the home side, which is, I don't know, not 100% unusual, but it's kind of crazy that these two fan bases, they're just all centered to the left, Van Buren fans, to the right, Mansfield Christian fans. All excited for a big-time tournament soccer showdown, and we are just about a minute away here at Bob Bishop Stadium. Live and free coverage of the regional semifinals anywhere the internet can be found. Coming up on YouTube Channel 1, and then also on Facebook. Final prayer and conversation. Flames look like they're ready for action. Now Van Buren breaks their huddle. They'll have the first touch here tonight from midfield. The energy palpable here in the building tonight. Check with the clock operators, and we are ready to go. Big booming ball. Wow, on the money. How about that? Settles down at the feet. No shot sent there by Colton Wilson, but they nearly drilled it up to Cohen Stevens right off the jump. Does not cost Mansfield Christian, though. And that could have been just a disastrous start to the night for the Flames. As we'll get our first foul of the evening, it'll favor MC. There's Hoovler with a big boot. Knocked backwards by Pierce. And through the midfield is where Van Buren really sharp all season long. It's definitely been one of the strong points as well for MC. So something's going to have to give in that department tonight, as this is chipped back post and a little out of range, as it'll go over the touchline. And it certainly looked from our vantage point like he would have been offsides. So the Black Knights probably couldn't have touched it anyways. Pass from Hoovler, just a little bit off. Now a couple of deflections. As it gets pinged around, Flames will keep it in. And now they'll find some feed here with Pierce through the middle. Shoots it for Neal. Weston Neal draws two defenders, so he drops it back. An aggressive tackle leads to a foul here against Mansfield Christian as they turn it over. And a good look at it there on our Seitz Solutions instant replay. As Van Buren swipes it quickly down into the corner. Here comes Wilson. Played into the box, back post. And it spins away from everybody. Quality ball. That was Alec Busey. And just a skosh too high as he had Stevens there tracking just outside of the 8. Martin awaiting the restart, now shoots it low. And it's collected here on the far sideline by the Black Knights. Van Buren kind of dominating the time of possession here over the first 3 minutes. Charging through some traffic goes Gregory. And now it's Neal's turn. Slide tackle comes in, got the ball first. And how about that? Good battle there between Nunez and Neal. Keep an eye on that matchup throughout the entire course of the action tonight. As Pierce now sends it. Here's the turn. Weston bumped down and certainly thought that had an opportunity to draw a whistle with that one. As we're seeing multiple bodies hit the floor right now on both sides of the turf. Mayer with a bad giveaway there in the middle of the field, taken by Stevens. Head of steam, far side. The shot, little deflection, and it is handled. Taken down to the field by Grady Heichel. That was Gregory with the shot attempt in the first of the night. Whistle's going to go against Van Buren on this hit right here. They allowed him to play on after the contact with Pierce. They'll put Hoovler on the ball, a chance here to start funneling some numbers forward for the Flames. They'll still play with 4 back as this drifts back post and just headed out of there. Was trying to target Noah Pierce. Be a Mansfield Christian throw-in. Show this one more time just how close it was. Just an excellent piece of defending that time by Finn Martin. He's got on one of those Captain C's on his arm, and just a junior. And anytime that's the case, just lets you know what type of a player you are and that you've garnered the respect of your teammates. Ball back out of bounds, and an opportunity for set piece here for Mansfield Christian. Max will handle the corner kick and actually just sends it in. A little short game. Dribbling through traffic but losing it is Mansfield Christian, and it opens them up for a counterattack. Cohen Stevens on the far side has to halt up. Nobody in the picture. And just nothing really formulating that time. Mansfield Christian got back very well defensively. And that's why Van Buren has allowed only half a goal per contest. They really pack it in on those special type of situations. As Heichel comes out to collect. And right now we've got a player down. This is Cohen Stevens. And the senior, I think, favoring one of his lower limbs. There's the collision right there. As he's up a bit ginger, but doesn't need any assistance. So we'll have a drop ball situation when we return back to action. Put it right in front of the junior keeper, Grady Heichel. Big ball through the middle. This is dropped down off the chest here of Martin. Now they'll sling it over far side. It's on the money. Good-looking pass. The cross into the middle of the pitch. And we'll show you the end of this. It just looked like the offensive weapons there just eased up a little bit for the Black Knights. Pretty solid cross on the play. And Van Buren comes away with nothing. Try to work it down the near sideline here with the throw-in. Karam's off here for Wilson. Now they'll lob it out into some space. It's eaten up, though, by Adam Tem. Now Ryzen looking for some options off the throw-in. He'll play it short, right back to him. Aiden drops it down into the corner. And the AR has got the flag up offsides here on the play. It was Busey. Well done that time by Mansfield Christian in the back line. You see Hoovler and how high he was playing despite all the weaponry out there on that left wing for Van Buren. .31.5 minutes still remaining here in the opening half. As it rolls out of bounds here for a Mansfield Christian throw. Little spin and some good contact here. Opens things up for the Flames. They'll lob it down into the corner. Chases on by Pierce. And it'll hop over the boundary. Throw in coming up here for the Black Knights, who will make a substitution as we've got Jackson Bowes trotting off. Stevens right back out into the mix. Whistle's going to go against Mansfield Christian. Quick restart here. Gets boomed by Busey. Trying to flip the field. But the pressure's there. It's put on. William Cruz out defending. As it's pushed middle. Smacked by Tem. And now rolls out of bounds for a Mansfield Christian throw here on the near side. Heavy touch off the right foot of Weston. So a giveaway here by the Flames. They've not been able to possess for very long in enemy territory so far to the first 11 minutes of action. As that pass just a skosh behind Stevens. So Van Buren has to backtrack. And credit MC. That big booming ball that we've seen Van Buren try to play on a few different occasions. They're getting to it first. And that's where the whistle came. The infraction against Van Buren. It's going to be a Van Buren throw-in. After a nice tussle there between Stevens and Hoovler. Sent on a laser. Referee says play on. They've got the advantage right now. Chipped back post. Here's Wilson. And he's offside. So a lot of moans and groans right now from the Black Knight faithful. Wanted to get a whistle and a free kick there. Would have been straight away. But the whistle never came. Mansfield Christian pings it around. Bad last touch there by Dawson Louse. As the sophomore bit off target as he tried to drop it back for Tim. Sky ball down deep in the corner. Takes a big hop, and that'll go over the touchline. Want to say what's up to everybody watching live and free out there tonight. Let me know where you're watching tonight's contest from. Are you hanging out at home? Are you out on the town? Hopefully they've got us on at a couple of establishments over in the Mansfield area. Maybe you're watching from out of state, from another galaxy, wherever you are. We want to hear from you. Drop me a comment and let me know what's going on, just like Roman Williams did 2 minutes ago. He says, let's go Black Knights. Jaden Hawk says, go Madison. Got to be thinking of a player, I presume, out on the field. If not, you're probably watching the wrong game. No big deal. Michelle Webb, big fan of the Flames. She says go Flames, as does Ashley Falds de Francisco. Appreciate all y'all. As Heichel comes out to snag it. And I'm going to take the scoreboard down just for a second. Not sure what happened to our clock cam. I'll see if I can adjust it. Oh, I see. It's out of power. It's not plugged in. Let me fix that for you guys. It's nice to know how much time's on the clock, right? Let's see if it kicks back on for us. Well, doesn't seem to be working just yet. We'll mess with that. I'll just keep you updated on the time here verbally. 25 minutes, 22 seconds still remaining in half number one. Neither team really has had a quality look on net as of yet, though Van Buren kind of dictating the pace of play thus far. But an opportunity here off the takeaway from Neal. But I think probably tried to do a little bit too much hero ball there. And he ends up picking up a whistle. Aggressive, him and Emilio Nunez. They have gone head-to-head on about 4 different occasions so far already. West and I commented on the fact, our player spotlight tonight, that he's a pretty physical presence out there for Mansfield Christian, and specifically in that midfield. He's kind of their enforcer in the middle of the pitch. Need him to be that here tonight. Flames throwing right in front of the Black Knight bench. Flicked forward. But it's going to be out of range here to try to connect up top. It's been the case on just about every occasion so far here in the early portion of the match. As we're 24 minutes remaining. Big one-timer! And it's knocked out of there by Mansfield Christian. Sharp piece of defense. And that'll just trickle out for another goal kick. So credit both of these defensive units so far. Van Buren hasn't been tested much, but That's because they're able to step to the ball quickly and keep Mansfield Christian away from trying to make some runs, capitalizing with some big pitches down into the 18. Just has not been a lot available for them so far. They've got everybody up here playing offense. As Heichel misplayed it just a touch, we'll spin it back. I think it was from the pressure that was coming down on him, and then the head right there flying up. That's Stevens. Good to see that he's able to return to form after getting shaken up a little bit about 7-8 minutes ago. Flames finding feet, move from the near side up top. Ping down over the boundary. They'll lob this one. Hoovler allows it to go underneath his feet. And a wise decision here taken by Grady. He'll lob it out with Neal. Mismeasured it, but it's taken off the hop here by Isaac Derek. And now headed out into space. Chance here for Van Buren as they leave it back post one-on-one, and they score. Black Knights capitalize. Bit of a misplay, and it's Cohen Stevens, the senior, putting it home. One of my keys to victory for them tonight was to win by taking the lead early and then sit back and defend. This one just coasts out back beyond the defense. That was Christian Mallory that was left on an island. And if you're one-on-one with the keeper, even from that angle, it is tough to slow down any offensive player. Heichel did the right thing, forced him to go near post as he tried for the kick save, but a heat-seeking missile beats him on the near side. And Van Buren takes the lead here just at about the midway point of half number one. And if you're Mansfield Christian, not a great spot to be in right now, as Van Buren has not allowed any team to score more than one goal in a match all season long. And riding a nice shutout streak here at this point in the season. Very few teams have been able to score on them all year long. Six shutouts for Van Buren consecutively in 7 over their last 8 matches. Flames looking to break through right now, putting a bit of pressure on them. Up in the attacking third with weaponry for the first time tonight. This is 101, and they will tie it up. It's Weston Neal skating back behind the defense. Less than a minute later, it's Mansfield Christian finding the back. What a gorgeous build-up and delivery. Check this out. Bouncing ball coming out is Bond, but he's about a quarter step behind as Neal off the charge. Able to get a boot on it, and he sends it in to knot things up. How about that response by the Flames, picking up on the first ring? That's exactly what the doctor would prescribe for any team going against a defensive unit like this. Is they're filling themselves just a little bit, try to smack them right back with the counterattack. Instant offense by Mansfield Christian. Kind of like to show you that thing from the top if we get another dead ball. Just the way that Mansfield Christian was able to play it up into space. As this one's probably going to make its way all the way back to the keeper. So we do have a chance to show you this. Put it at full speed. A nice drop back. Here's Neal. He went boundary, so this was really all him. A bit of pressure on him. Now waiting for his moment, trying to stay on sides. And now for the first time tonight, this is 1-on-1, and they will tie it up. It's Weston Neal. 1-1. A little bump. It's going to cost you every time. Everett Martin playing a bit aggressively back there. Might have sold it just a little bit. But it earned them an opportunity here. Set piece, trending back post. The header is down. And the shot attempt not swatted out of there yet by Mansfield Christian. Finally, they do get it out of harm's way. Nunez waiting on it. And he'll press it right back here on the outskirts of the box. Lobbed up, headed far posts, and Whitaker comes through. It's offsides anyways. Let's spin it back, show you the Seitz Solutions replay here down in the scrum. Seth Gregory had an opportunity and just didn't lay a whole lot of boot on leather there. He'll win it out of the sky. But it's over to Mansfield Christian. 2 connecting passes, the third intercepted. Gregory through traffic, handling. Doing it nicely, left foot. Not a lot of sauce here. Kind of a medium. Needed a bit of habanero on that left foot. Neal flanks it up here, trying to catch Van Buren off guard, and it appears that that's kind of what the scouting report is, or what we've seen Mansfield Christian try to do on 3 different occasions by my count. Drop the defense just a little bit, and then try to lob it last moment, make your break, get the run going and initiated right at the perfect time. Substitutions for both sides. 1 for each team. Looks like Diego Rivera will trot off here for Van Buren. Martin's going to get a quick break for MC. As we're approaching the 17-minute mark here, half number 1 at Clyde. Sweet 16 soccer in the newly formed Division 5 as a nice carry, but a deflection on the shot attempt. I like that move, a little bit of cushion. You can tell the Black Knights, they're aggressive. They've got the green light anywhere from about 20 yards and in. If there's a mini window, try to scoot a shot through it. As that sails, it'll roll over the boundary, and MC trying to stay fresh. 2 more subs. Dawson Louse back in. Also get Riley Raspberry into the mix. They'll throw him up top. And Riley's one of those spark player type of cats that when he's in there, I mean, he unloads the bucket. Every drip drop plays to his maximum. Tem being pressured here a lot, coming down by Wilson as he got caged up, but it's knocked out of bounds. And a lot of bodies coasting over here to this near side as Raspberry pressures. And somehow that stayed in bounds. Not sure how Preston Betts was able to do it. Deflection, Raspberry with some pressure. And now the big ball here from Bond. It was overran a bit by Mowry. And now a heavy touch, a chance here, a 3-on-6 as it's chipped in and no problem for Whitaker. Grady saw this coming all the way, even though not wearing his glasses tonight. And Heichel's been so good throughout this tournament run. So we get a foul down on the field. Heichel's only surrendered outside of tonight. 1 goal so far in the tournament, that coming in the district championship against Riverdale. And kind of when the match was already decided, it was 4-0 before they finally broke through. Shutouts of Bluffton in the semis, and then in the sectional championship, 7-0. They flattened Old Fort. So MC on the strength, I really think of their non-league schedule. Mid-Buckeye doesn't give you too many good looks, even though Crestview, that program on the rise right now, had a good battle with them. But they'll play some of the best in and around Richland County, and we've got some quality soccer. As McFadden has it deflected. Then a body went tumbling here. It's going to come at the very end of the replay. And that's Raspberry. Aggressive defense there of Cohen Stevens. And zipped, whoa! Right off the crossbar, headed, but Heichel was there. Whoo, baby. Hopefully you took your heart medication. If you are a Flames fan on this one, check this out. Sizzling the bacon. Oh, that's off of the football goal post. I thought that was off of the goal top shelf. But look at the heat behind this one. That is one of those ghost pepper type of shots. They put that on the top shelf. Try to keep it away from kids. Oh, nice ball, Raspberry. Had a lot of space. Didn't really need to make that touch. Now he'll make his charge. In between a couple defenders. Chance here for Gregory. And oh my. Mansfield Christian was saying they wanted to get a handball here, I thought. Maybe not. Martin was just saying, hey, it wasn't me. Definitely was. In a prime time center cut shot selection area here. Even though it's going to be against a 4-man wall for Mansfield Christian. 2 on the ball here. They'll have Gregory. He'll be teamed up here with Aiden Ryson. He's got 3 buddies to the left, 1 to the right. Got to take dead aim here on this. He'll set it up. Not even close. So the dummy run and then just the blast off into the atmosphere by Seth. So Mansfield Christian trying to get it out of their end. They have been left defending over about the last 7 minutes or so. Back post, it caroms, it's out of there! Diving save made by Heichel and then bailed out as Everett Martin will appear in your picture. Doink, and cleans up the mess. Brought his broom to get that out of there. But a lot of pressure being applied right now by Van Buren. Trying to keep the heat on as all 11 back defending here for Mansfield Christian. Really had a heck of a time just trying to flip the field as they set up another throw-in. Let's check this out one last time. Solid shot there by Ryson. Right off the near post. Heichel got just enough of it to be able to spill it out of there. As this is zipped down into enemy territory by MC. Quickly getting there was Finn Martin. As bodies collide, ouch. Very slow to get up now is William Cruz. Just 2 bodies charging at one another. The sophomore gets the worst half of it. But he's back up, moving around just fine. Field switched. And probably a bad decision there by Nunez to try to keep it in, because it gives Mansfield Christian a chance moving with a bit of authority the other way. Harsh tackle, flip it back, Neal. And leans it down the line, but it'll go over the boundary. But at least if you're MC, this is a chance now where you're out of your own territory. Try to get a fresh perspective as you've been back here for the better part of this opening half. Heichel's been busy. Skies this punt, a little bit short. Taken out of the sky by Busey. And over the out-of-bounds line on the far wing for a Van Buren throw-in. So we're approaching 9 minutes to play here in half number 1. All square. Stevens with the goal at the 21:58 mark, and less than a minute later, Weston Neal, the equalizer. Nice backhill flick by McFadden. And they'll send it forward. Header goes the opposite direction here by Martin, and it's a chance here with Raspberry. Big touch down into the corner. He's got friends tracking here, back post. Riley Raspberry gets a throw-in for Mansfield Christian coming up on the far wing. Riley tried to go touchline. You saw Dawson coming into your picture. Cruz was trailing the play as well. Here's McFadden. Pitches forward now for Pierce. Both units pointing in the opposite direction. And they're going to say it's Mansfield Christian throw. Tapped out of bounds one more time by the Black Knights. Flames starting to get some numbers moving forward up into the attacking third as Mayer drops it back. McFadden pitching it down into the corner. The chase kept in by Louse, but not for long. It'll be Van Buren throw. They want a substitution as well. Clock rolling under 7.5. We've seen the strong arm so far of Gavin Fruth. So even though he's trapped down here in the corner, be able to wing it down the near sideline. A mile high from Tem. But it's won the 50-50 ball here by the Black Knights. Smooth operating until they get to the midfield. And this is going to go against Seth Gregory. And don't know that I agree with that call. I think the Seitz Solutions replay would indicate that it's just a couple of dudes going after it. As it allows Mansfield Christian here to get back on the attack. Coach McFadden will send in a pair of subs. Louse checks out. Replaced here over on the near side by Isaac Onderik. One of a handful of seniors looking to keep their season alive here for MC. The first team to score on Van Buren so far during their tournament run. 1 goal each on our Whitaker-Meyer scoreboard. Flames throw right about at midfield. So we're about to get into short time here. And now Mansfield Christian, they're going to wait. They're going to get some people up, put Max Huvler on the ball and try to send one, I think, here into the box. Crowded backside, and actually he'll just play it quickly. This is Martin. And Martin wanted a whistle. Stone really aggressive, cutting him off. And he will draw the foul there on that collision. Booming kick, far side, takes a hop. Lands at the feet of the Flames. That was Mallory. And as they try to press it out wide, it's just a bit too far out in front that time. Fast throw in here for Van Buren, trying to go to the middle of the park. They've got a few kids in orange jerseys out there, and now they've got a whistle and a chance for a free kick. Oh, my. From just inside the football 10-yard line, looked like a game of ring around the rosy. McFadden had him under his right arm as they brought him down to the turf, and huge opportunity now for Alec Busey and the Black Knights. Just a two-man wall set up. He'll go right at it. The save by Heichel. And now a handball here against Van Buren. Just a flat-out missile. But even better positioning that time by the junior keeper, Grady Heichel, making yet another stop. 6th save on the night so far for Heichel, and he's had 2 magnificent saves. I would put that in that category because that thing's coming at about 150 miles an hour. Driven in low by Hoovler. Settling, here's Neal, drawing a crowd, drops it back. Little poke away from Landon Cyphers, and now he picks up a whistle. And the referee wants to stop play. Going to have a conversation here with one of the captains for Van Buren. See who wins possession. It's going to be Cyphers with the drop back. And the Knights going to have the throw. Sub 3 minutes to go. They'll make an exchange out on the pitch as well. So after the substitution, Van Buren throw in, whipping down the far side, headed out of bounds by Cyphers. MC content just to allow that one to make its way over the touchline, as they'll get William Cruz back out into the mix for these final 2 minutes and change. Want to invite you to stick around for our Avita Home Health and Hospice halftime reports. Our star intern Georgia McFarland here in the building tracking some stats. She'll break down all the numbers you need to know about once we reach the break. Also got some interviews lined up too with some Mansfield Christian seniors. So you'll have those and more coming up at the break. Neal bumped away, but it allows MC to get possession here with on Derek. Here he comes stepping up again is Isaac. As that's pushed forward, Hoovler just sweeps it out of bounds. And now Van Buren, plenty of time to try to execute maybe 1-2 more looks here on frame. As this will be lobbed into the box here by Nunez, headed. Heichel back post has to dive to make the save. Grady Heichel doing his best Superman impression as it's headed over. And he lays down on the turf. Now big booming punt for Grady. Takes a hop, and now fanned out there by Finn Martin. So Van Buren, still 38 ticks. Tried to sneak it through, but Adam Tem waiting on it. And he'll drive it, but headed right back over into MC territory. Neal off the carry, gets spun around. He'll find the feet of Martin through the middle of the park. At this point, probably just the best decision just to try to fan it out of play I think if you're Mansfield Christian, you're pretty happy with the score being knotted up right now at 1-1. That will be the case as we have reached the first half break. Stevens with the goal, Neal with the equalizer. And that's got us to this point, 40 minutes in the books, and we are all square at 1 goal apiece. You're enjoying live and free boys tournament soccer Sweet 16 action in Division number 5. We'll be back with your halftime report in just a couple minutes.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
It's halftime here in Clyde as we welcome you back for the Avita Home Health and Hospice halftime show. 1-1 right now is the count. The number 5 ranked team in all of Division 5 got out to a 1-0 lead, but Mansfield Christian answered quickly. A goal by Weston Neal has us all squared away at 1 goal apiece. Neal's a senior, so is Christian Mallory. And we spoke with him earlier this week, catching up about what he's seen so far from the soccer season. Let's take a look.
Hello, this is Evan Hager of Mansfield Christian Media Group, and today I'm here with Christian Mallory. Hi, Christian.
Hi, Evan.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So, what is the reason that you picked soccer?
Well, in the beginning, it was more just my parents wanted me to play a sport, but when I entered high school, I actually found a love for the sport, and honestly, it's just fun to play and just be with friends.
So, what makes it so fun?
Just hanging out with friends, just being active. Other than that, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. So, what is, you would say, probably your favorite memory?
Oh, favorite memory would be Mohican 2023. It's a camping trip we do annually, and that year we had a tornado happen.
Oh, wow.
And before that, me and Grady Heichel went undefeated in euchre, which was kind of fun. And then that night got hit by a major storm, and then that trip got canceled the next day. So, yeah, very
Nice.
memorable.
So, what would you say your least favorite thing about soccer is?
Running for punishment. Add-ons suck, smileys suck, and just running laps.
So, you don't like running at all?
No, I don't.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. So, what is so would you say that's the most challenging thing about your sport is just how much running is involved?
Not really. I feel like getting your first touch is the most challenging, especially on tough fields, because the bounce can be horrible and it could be several yards away from you.
So, what are some of your biggest disappointments that you've had in your career?
Biggest disappointments? That's honestly a good question. Last year, I would say not getting past districts was kind of disappointing because we had a really good team last year, and the fact that we didn't make it that far kind of was disappointing. And other than that, I mean, getting sidelined a little bit by our previous coach kind of hurt.
Yeah.
But I made it, so.
Nice, good. So then what would be some of your high points in your career?
High points this year, I would say, was getting my first goal, because that's a thing that I've wanted for my whole high school career.
Awesome.
And starting was a big highlight too.
Cool. So how have you grown in your faith through your career?
Well, we do devotions a lot as a team, and that helps get different insights from people and just learn different ways how to praise God.
How is this sport going to affect you in your future?
Honestly, it's affected me learning how to work as a team, because that's very important on just life in general, because you got to learn how to work with people that you might not necessarily like. But, I mean, other than that, I don't know really.
So what do you want your legacy to be when you leave?
I want the soccer team to be as close as we can, because that is very important. Because if we're not on the same page, we're not working together, that's just going to be a lot of chaos in practice and during the game. And we're just going to be yelling at each other and just not getting along. So I want everybody on the team to be close.
Nice. That's awesome. Any shout-outs you would like to make?
Yeah, first off, God, and then my family, especially my parents and grandparents, because they've supported me through this a lot. And then friends, teachers, and coaches.
Cool. Thank you for coming in, Christian. This is Evan Hager with Mansfield Christian Media Group, and thank you for watching.
Christian and the Flames trying to take down this group of athletes right here. Van Buren and a Black Knights team trying to punch their ticket into the Elite Eight here tonight. And they had the run of play in the first half, as we'll show you here on the first half stats, as I welcome in Miss Georgia McFarland. You've been tracking all the numbers so far here through 40 minutes. Georgia, tell me about a couple of the trends. What are you seeing?
Yeah, we see a lot of offensive dominance by Van Buren in this first half. They have most of the shots on goal and most of the offensive possession. They're just keeping the ball in their possession and keeping the ball in their favor. Although Mansfield Christian's one run on offense, one quality run, in my opinion. They got a goal, so one and done is good for tournament games.
You got to capitalize in order for it to count, of course, here in the beautiful game. And even though the time of possession and the ball control has really been dominated by Van Buren, they've had a couple of clean looks. If you've got a goalkeeper playing elite-style soccer like Grady Heichel is, doesn't matter how many shots you get. Really like what we've seen from him so far with 7 saves.
Yeah, Mansfield Christian's goalie has been doing very well this first half, only letting one through, and that was a one-on-one situation, which is much different, but he's done a great job of staying in his box and staying in good position.
So for MC, they've been looking for that counterattack, some nice big balls going over the top, and then trying to get an opportunity for some of their fast players, Weston Neal or some others up top, to try to run after it. You feel like you need to change anything here in the second half if you're Mansfield Christian, even though you're evened up right now, or you just stick to the game plan and try to just do what you've done so far during the tournament and hope it pays off in the second half?
I think being a little bit more controlled on their offense would help a lot in the second half, help them to win and get ahead, because typically they get the offensive possession and get 1 or 2 touches, and it usually goes back to the other team. So I think if they can get a couple more good runs, then they could be in good position to win this game.
That was one of my keys to victory tonight. Just fine feet for Mansfield Christian. They have not been able to do it offensively much here tonight. We'll see if that changes here in half number 2. Thanks so much, Georgia McFarland, chiming in with your halftime stats and report. Big thank you to Kathy Sapp and all the fine people over at Avita Home Health and Hospice for sponsoring tonight's pregame, halftime, and postgame. If you're looking for quality health throughout the entire duration of your life, they are the best in all of North Central Ohio. Caring people. Hit them up. Check them out. There are links in the description below. Second half action. Just a couple seconds away from getting underway, and there we go. Mansfield Christian got a student section now in the house, forming over to the right of us in the press box. Jumping around, got the that's become so popular at Ohio State. Haven't been to one of the football games there this year. I got to get to one on a Saturday, but y'all keep me working all the time, and especially now in the tournaments when we've got all these great teams still competing. As down in a heap here, off the turn goes Cohen Stevens, and he's an aggressive player, fast-moving player. We've seen him down more than a handful of times already, and there he is flipping the field, going to the far side. And it looks like he's going to take a little break, try to walk it off, as MC able to skirt it out of their own position. They move it down, and they'll get a throw-in coming up in front of the Black Knights bench. Jeff Swaysgood, the head coach over there, done a nice job taking over. His dad, Tom, coached for more than 30 years over for Van Buren and in the Quality Boys soccer program. They've had a ton of success, but none more successful than this season. I believe I read that 18 victories, a school record for them, so a chance to just throw a couple more rounds of icing on top of the cake here if they can advance and get deep into tournament. Deeper, I should say, already in the Sweet 16, and an accomplishment in and of itself just to get to this distance. Flames looking to reverse it as they'll drop it off here from Martin. He's got some space. Nice touch back to him. That connecting pass over on the far wing intercepted. Cyphers a little bit of pressure, though. Gets it back here for MC. Here's Mallory, who you just heard from during our Avita Home Health and Hospice halftime report. And a shout out to Gustavo Miranda and the media department at MC bringing us on, allowing us to have cool opportunities. The kids interviewing each other as that's misplayed, and Cyphers thought he might have a chance to try to carry it down this near sideline. As this one whipped down here into MC territory by Martin. And now the Black Knights with a throw-in. Acting quickly, Stevens on the toss into the box. Headed back post, and oh, so close that was to trying to get off a one-timer. Alex Mayer, look at this on the Seitz Solutions replay. Able to get there just in the nick of time. Now off the Van Buren throw. Flames back defending with everybody. About 5 straight headers. Now almost noggin there, Adam Tem. Looks like he's going to be okay. He'll sink back here in coverage. Mayer now defending. Into the box and knocked out of there by Martin. Flames back on their heels a bit. And trying to get it out of their own end. Van Buren, though, very high back defensive line. Everybody over on this side of the pitch. As it settles, battling through here, Reeser. Be a Flames throw-in. Give a couple shout-outs. Kerry Craner, boys head basketball coach for MC, chiming in the comment section on Facebook as we got a player down. Want to say what's up to Coach Craner. He says go Flames. Ruby cheering on Mansfield Christian tonight, one of our Ontario faithful. Edward watching from Dover Plains, New York. How we doing, Edward Booth? Headed out of there. Kind of shanked there by Aiden Ryson. I think that he'd probably want to take dead aim with that one. Looked like maybe just a little trip up that time as Pierce went down to the turf. Whistle never came. MC fans all calling for it as a chip back post, a chance, a header, and wow! Great opportunity for Cohen Stevens. Grady Heichel dancing on the razor's edge. Makes his break, flipped over him. And it's out of bounds, and I think a bit of indecision here as to whether it should be a corner or a goal kick. They're going to award the corner here to Van Buren. Alec Busey's got it teed up. And here he comes with the strike. He'll go back post. A lot of bodies there. Mansfield Christian gets to it first. And they'll send it out of their territory. Up near midfield on the far side for Laus off the pressure. And Heichel will come out and snag it. The rollout here to Mallory. And a bad pass as it gets deflected. He's trying to find McFadden. One touch here into traffic. Back down to the middle for Stone. And then it's lifted, but a diving spill. Heichel again goes airborne. Pushes it out of there. Electrifying save by the junior. Adding a couple more to his resume already here in half number 2. We're less than 7 minutes in. Back near post. Woo, Heichel. I mean, 99 problems for Mansfield Christian, but a keeper ain't one. Grady Heichel standing up to the challenge so far here in this second half. More pressure put on here as it's lifted into the middle. Headed away for now by Pierce. Goal kick on the way. Just a miss hit off the left foot for Seth Gregory. All the action being played down at this end right now for the Flames, which was mostly the case in the opening half as well. Dominant time of possession for Van Buren, but on the scoreboard, we're all equal. Shout out to John Mark Young and the good folks over at Whitaker Myers, including former coach here, Stephen Armstrong. I'm told here in the building tonight. Extra headset up here, Steve, if you can hear me down there. As that'll be flanked out of bounds. Let's see, I might be able to look down there and coax him into coming and getting on the call. Yeah, I do see Steven sitting up top. Throw a couple pieces of popcorn at him, get his attention. If you want to get my attention, all you got to do is drop a comment right now. Facebook and then YouTube Channel 1. What's up, Braden Louse? He says, let's go, Wes. Huge goal. Yes, it was. Justin Crawl watching tonight. He says it's going to be a good game. It has been. And Lily Mowry says, let's go, Flames, burning up the comment section with 3 fire emojis. Chris Dill letting us know, watching tonight. A red and a black heart would indicate cheered for the Flames here in this one, as is Andrea Chase. What's up, Andrea? She says, let's go, Flames. Corey Branham, my guy. Come on, Flames. Keep it going, boys. Keep the comments coming. Appreciate each and every one of you. Oh, a nice turn here in the midfield and a great push forward by Noah Pierce. Bit of a foot race. The chase is on here, and Finn Martin shoulder to shoulder goes touchline. Left, back post. Just missed. Easily the best look that we've seen from MC in this second half, and that's what makes this team so dangerous. They can flip the script just like that, a whole new chapter in a hurry. McFadden there too. Man, that was close. I thought the junior, it was a long run, but I thought he needed to give into the bottom of the barrel that extra 10% as Heichel just levels Cohen Stevens. Kind of had to as well. Check this out. Boom. Yow. Clean play according to the referee. I mean, he's got a chance to go get it as well. If they had football at Mansfield Christian, Grady might make an excellent linebacker. One more time on the Seitz Solutions replay. You don't get a whole lot of plays like that. That type of infliction of pain where there's no whistle whatsoever. So I think it's worth showing a couple of times. Big football Friday night coming up on the OH Report. No surprise, duh. Playoffs, baby. We'll have 7 live streams plus a highlight. Friday picks in. We'll break it all down as well. As Grady goes diving down. Another save for him. Booming punt, midfield. Taken by Van Buren, headed. And nice hesitation. Knight's got him surrounded. One-on-one move. They'll blow by Cruz, who just checked in. Backside. Turned away right now for the Flames. And again, on Derek. Mansfield Christian back defending with 11. Probably a proper strategy right now. Mismeasured. And it'll roll out of bounds. So the Flames, certainly looks like the strategy here for Coach McFadden is sit back, defend, try to keep this baby 1-1 as long as you can. And then if the counter attack presents itself, as it just did about 2 minutes ago, you got to be able to slam the door. Deflected for a corner kick. I do believe Martin turned his body and it went off his elbow, but the referee never saw it. And actually, if it did hit him, it would have been off his left hand. Incidental, wouldn't have been a handball. But a mini break here for Mansfield Christian, as they'll just get another goal kick. They'll touch it short. And it's instant pressure. I mean, it is like fruit flies onto an open orange every time MC has possession. And that little bit of contact there will set up a free kick opportunity. This is the captain, Busey. And he's going to go back post. Heichel runs out, right fist on it. Black Knights, though, still got it surrounded. Left foot, the drive. Too much. Love the footwork up top. The shot off target. Mansfield Christian moving all around at the midfields. And a long delay there by Martin as he waited to try to find somebody. Now on Derek, makes his run as they'll hook it up with McFadden now on the near side. And that's kind of what it's been. Couple connecting passes, but when they try to get it to midfield and beyond, domination by the Black Knights tonight. I would say they've had about 90% of the touches in the midfield so far. MC, a couple of connectors, and now it comes undone. The theft caused by Stone. He'll flank it backside. Tem punches it out, but that's the problem right now for MC is that they're playing so far back right now defensively, and they need to. It's the right strategy. But if you do try to find some type of a hookup at midfield, it's just not going to be present. Off the punt by Grady. Noah Pierce, kind of the only dude up top working for it for Mansfield Christian. Kept in by Stone into a crowd, though. On the hop, Weston Neal, he's been quiet here in the second half. Limiting his touches has been the Black Knights. Late whistle comes here on this right there. It's over the boundary. So Mallory's got it. He'll try the near sideline. Flicked back into the field of play by Carson Stone. And now a chance once again here for Noah Pierce. He's got a friend this time. This is Cruz charging in. But man, are the Black Knights efficient at just chasing it out of their end. I mean, they are like an OCD person to see something just a bit out of place. They get to it immediately when the ball comes down into their end. And now on the charge, almost a chance there for Gregory. Tip your cap to Everett Martin that time. He was kind of left out on an island. And Martin Island producing. Low ball into the middle. Everett again. And this is the farthest player up near midfield, Pierce, for MC. So if they are going to try to flip the field, they're going to have to do it with this young man right here against the triple team. Looks like he was up for the challenge, at least aggressive in his nature going after it. But Pierce draws the whistle as it got taken away, and maybe a little bit of incidental contact, but Carson sold it. Going back to his days in drama class in middle school. And if you just hit the turf with some authority like he did, more often than not, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt. See who they say it was last touched by. Adam Tem looks like the guilty party. So a corner kick on the way here for the Black Knights. They're going to send their captain out. Busey's been on a lot of these free kick situations thus far for Van Buren. Nobody coming short, and a whole mess of bodies right now. As it's driven in the middle. Big chunk of the head on it by Finn Martin. Boy, he really did redirect that one in a hurry, but offsides is the call there on that touch. So they'll allow Max Hoovler to come out and set it up right there. Approaching the midway point already of half number 2. If you're joining us late, no goals yet here in this second half. We got one from Cohen Stevens to kind of set the standard 21:58 mark in half number 1, but less than a minute later, Weston Neal coming through, getting the equalizer. Fantastic setup off of the restart from midfield. Since that point, it's mostly been played down on Mansfield Christian's end. As a time of possession and just a full construct of the game has been handled by Van Buren. They've dictated most of the pace, but it doesn't matter in this beautiful game. We've seen it go both ways on a lot of occasions for Mansfield Christian over these unbelievable tournament runs that they've had. I moved to Mansfield in 2006 when they made their first of now 11 regional trips, and this has been the small school power from Richland County for many, many years. They are the standard. And I've seen them on some wrong ends of some games where they flat out dominated their opponent. And right now could be trying to change that narrative as the team that doesn't have a lot of ball control but ends up on top at the end of the night. As this shot sails wide yet again, Heichel hasn't been tested here lately, but he has had to be very, very aggressive tonight. Total shots calculated by Georgia. She's got 23 so far. Wow, so Van Buren, they've been getting their licks. Forcing Grady to have to step up. He's made 2 magnificent saves in the second half. And many more than that so far. Good connectivity, but it hops into the hands of Grady. And that's what really stands out when you watch Van Buren play. Is it's a team that just, you know, they've got that Wi-Fi on the full 5 bars of service at all times. They know where each other is going to be on the field. They flow with one another, and they act as a flowing unit and not just, you know, a group of individuals out there. Mansfield Christian trying to do the same now. Off the carry, taken away last moment. It's been a thing of beauty defensively, too. Oh, one-on-one move. The shot just misses. Again, that close. And look at this, a series of moves, the step over, leaving the opponent in quicksand, but the shot for Busey off target by a fraction. Got to see that one more time. Let me slow it down for you. Whoop. Nice little move, gets beyond the defender. And any time you can just leave them like their shoes just got stuck in a little bit of concrete. Worthy of a couple of different instant replays. Riley Raspberry just checked in, and like I talked about in the first half, he can be kind of a difference maker up top for them. Just one of those type of kids that just always going at full maximum speed. They'll have him up top. Give a little bit of a break now to Noah Pierce as he moves into a defensive midfielder role. Skates by him right here. Will make its way to Mallory. 3 redirections. And now Tem steps up. He'll push it out in space. Here's a chase by Raspberry. A 1-on-2. And he'll force a throw-in opportunity. It's going to be Flames ball on the far side. Just over 18 minutes remaining here in this Sweet 16 action from Clyde. Cannot ask for a better night. Partly cloudy skies, but temperatures 70 degrees. This is as good as it gets. As Busey's down right now, they'll tend to him, the training staff will. So we'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Sweet 16 action here at Clyde. We'll return in just a moment.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Great sign as we see The injured player walking over to the sideline. Gavin Fruth going to get some attention from the trainer. Everything on the line here tonight. A trip to the Elite Eight is what lies ahead, and with the expansion of the divisions in 5 now for boys and girls high school soccer, the gentlemen will play on Sunday if they were to advance. Take a look at the other half of the bracket when we get into our post-game show and let you see exactly what lies ahead. This is the most spacing we have seen by far for Mansfield Christian in the midfield so far tonight. As Van Buren dropping back, and Pierce knifes in, takes it away at least momentarily, but Van Buren, they've been so quick to just flip the script over and over again. And speaking of quickness, how about Martin on the run? Swiped away last moment, a throw-in coming up here. It'll favor the Flames. Cypher's got a big throw. See if he tries to land this somewhere in the box or if he plays it short. Taking his time, evaluating. Got Pierce down in the corner. Now he'll clear out as they look for McFadden. Trims back his way, and he'll throw it in all over again. See if they go quickly with Mallory. They will down the line. Right back at you with the header, though. Sniped away by Mayer. Chased out of there comes the McFadden. Trying to find feed here in the middle. Pierce chips it forward into the box. The chase is on. Another quality build. The second here of half number 2 for Mansfield Christian. Forcing the Black Knights to defend for just the second time here over the last 24 minutes. As Pierce takes a little bit of a body bump. And it'll be last touch here by Colton Wilson. So the first chance for a corner kick for Mansfield Christian coming up. Max Hoovler to send it in. Right foot. Try to bend it back towards the frame. A lot behind that one, though. He overshot everybody. And it'll be carried out of there by Van Buren, at least for now. Thames stepping up. And for the Flames, boy, you would just love to be able to keep it down on the opponent's side of the action, at least for just a couple minutes. Give yourself some breathing room. They are going to have the throw-in. Right now, the ball's in the hands of Alec Busey, but referee on the far side did indicate that it should be MC throw. Substitution, Raspberry back out. 5 good minutes for him. Van Buren gets the header first. Now through the middle, somehow able to squeeze that through, and another ball out to the wing. Heichel out of the net, it's chipped wide. Grady Heichel one more time. Comes out, makes a monstrous play as he forces an early shot attempt. And that one off target again for Van Buren. Adding to their offensive collection. 25 shots so far for the Black Knights. Only one of them finding their home thus far. They've had quite a few really quality opportunities as well. And on the flip side, just 4 shot attempts here for Mansfield Christian. Punch down here into the wing. Great step over by Cohen Stevens. Lobs it in, near post. Mansfield Christian, a little lackadaisical on the defense. It's lobbed. Heichel high points it. Boy, that looked like a lot more pressure put on than we really were expecting as Gregory flipped it up right into the mixer bowl. Flames had 2 defenders there. Gregory got to it first. A lot of space, no pressure put on here. Mallory sips it for Cyphers. Now Christian intercepted as he tried to throw it into the middle. And mismeasured that time by Martin. Losing the handle as Wilson comes back to try to regain. But it's the Flames and Mallory, and that's the second time he's done that in as many touches. 12 minutes away from the end of regulation. Will we get another goal here? Or will we move on to a golden goal situation? Stevens, big throw right into the middle. First touch, though, by Noah Pierce. And now Neal is able to earn a whistle as he was going shoulder to shoulder. He and Rice are really battling it out. Hoovler, one hopper, headed out of the sky by Busey. Now if the reversal, Tem trying to get back to it. I mean, the motor just never ending over on the far side here for Alec. But he does touch it out of bounds, a heavy touch. Just so much pressure being put on. Aiden Booth checking in, the junior, to a big applause here for Mansfield Christian. Trying to bring a little bit of energy as we're under 11 minutes to go. I don't know that Pierce is checked out at all tonight. He'll have that one smacked out of bounds. Throw-in coming up here for the Flames. As they start marching numbers forward, they'll still leave 3 hanging back around midfield. Don't want to be susceptible to any type of a counter strike. As this is lobbed into the middle, Martin going to get there first, or Willie Heichel has to leave his feet, and he'll collect it down by the legs of Cohen Stevens. Check this out. Another high-pressure situation for Grady. But he's made his breaks coming off that back line. Doing a nice job of it, picking his moments. Long carry here for Gregory. Now a little bit of pressure. Takes it off his foot, give and go action. And a heavy tackle, he and Noah Pierce, who went down to the turf. On the hop came Busey. Now Booth, the man up top. We'll see if they try to target him. They will, right in the midfield. Nice touch out here for Weston Neal. Neal bangs one, but a little too far inside as he wanted to level it more out to the right wing. Off the chase, one-on-one, Heichel! Again on his horse. Made the break, right place, right time for Grady. Wilson gets turned on down here on the near side. Neal, a little bit of space. They'll get it right back to him off the foot of Mayer. Booth on the hop. Aiden going to put a little bit of pressure on and force the drop back. Cyphers keeps it in, flips middle. Now headed away from Pierce. And a second touch, but it'll be a dangerous play. And this is a huge opportunity now for Mansfield Christian. Try to get some numbers forward. Get Everett Martin on the ball. He's got a strong right leg. He'll use it here from the football 47. Actually drove it in low. Nice target, though, for Neal. But taken away. Push down into the corner. Unmarked man is Ryson. Now out to meet him is Hoovler. Tried to go 5-hole on him. Didn't surrender the Meg. And the battle on the far side will benefit Mansfield Christian. This was Louse out defending. Max just trying to collect his breath. He has been busy on that back line tonight. Great flick forward here. Pierce. Ball in a 2-on-2 on the far side. Neal just kind of overran it a bit. And just like that, field flip Stevens. Such supreme speed. We've seen the acceleration and a nice move. He's got a 1-on-3 trying to set it up. Only finds Mayer. Shot not going to make its way. Back line. Very sturdy here for Mansfield Christian. Cyphers trying to get around. He will get by Finn Martin. Knocked down to the field. We got a free kick on the way here for MC, though Cyphers is down on this heavy tackle. Couple full pushes there by the junior defender. Landon's okay. Tough kid. But we are going to get a yellow card. We'll show it to you one more time. I mean, he was full extension and just grabbed his left arm. I mean, there was no question about that one. Not going to argue it. As he trots off first card, either unit. And it stops the clock, 6:39 to go. Get a quick substitution. Cyphers is going to exit. And one of the best opportunities Mansfield Christian has had all night long. They will have a free kick from inside the football 20-yard line. One of their seniors will be on it. This is Mayer. And Coach McFadden going with a lineup of 5 just outside the 18. We'll see when they elect to make their march. 3 back and 1 player at about the same depth waiting with him. That's Everett Martin. So plenty of options. See how they move the chess pieces here. Everyone makes their break, including Martin. They'll play safe for him up top, and he missed it. So Everett Martin on the misplay allows Van Buren to shank it out of their own end with Rivera. And just like that, wow. So the whole thing changes, as now it'll be a free kick for Van Buren. And a little piece of momentum captured. Mansfield Christian gives it back in a jiffy. Busey sends all the way to Heichel. Second look. Replays brought to you by Seitz Solutions tonight, your local IT providers. Love my dude Dan Seitz too. Such a wealth of knowledge. Get to see him every Tuesday. That guy's always letting us know about network security and all the different things that you need to know with the cyber realms out there. So if you're looking to get set up and you want to be totally secure with your network, Seitz Solutions, unquestionably the place to go. Nice flick forward by Pierce. Stepping to the ball first, though, goes Nick Carey. Just a whole host of bodies here on the near side. We'll see if Mansfield Christian can try to change the angle. As it's headed, Neal with another third in a row. And now it'll hop loose down here near side for Mowry. He's had a few kind of careless turnovers here in the second half. He'll have the throw-in coming up. Christian observing. Drops it back. See if he makes a better touch here. Nice job, Pierce. But another fine step by Nick Carey. Driving through the middle goes Gregory. Launches. Oh, good job by Max Hoovler to kind of end the threat. If it goes out of bounds, let me show you this one more time. This is how close it was to a one-on-one. Man, excellent break. But you see Grady, of course, appearing in your picture. He's been like a magnet. Anytime there's been a momentous run by Van Buren and he needs to make a break, he's been about a half second ahead of where he even should be. So his spidey senses, they have been tingling so far here tonight. If the match were to end right here at this moment, that dude would be certainly my Seitz Solutions MVP. Sub 4 minutes remaining here in regulation. Not sure if it's a full moon tonight, but it is certainly spooky season. Old Hallows Eve is here. Do we get any type of a late goal scare from either of these teams? Here's Pierce. Nice job of handling. Set it down at his feet. And again, just a kind of a mistime play by Christian Mallory. Feels like he's forcing the issue a little bit too quick. Now Hoovler swats it out. Stevens got to it pretty fast. Here's Cohen Stevens. Awaiting a couple of runs as they'll chase pretty much everybody up into the box. And Grady wasn't able to snatch it initially, but got a fortuitous hop off of the near side post. As it settles at the feet of Neal, actually flows away from him just a little bit. Allows Van Buren to try to punch it forward again. Now here's Weston, drops it off. Hoovler, one hopper. Battle for possession over on the far side and a big push. Neal sold it well. Alec Busey, a bit aggressive. And anytime you see the extension of the arms like you do there, you're going to draw the whistle and probably pretty close to getting a yellow card just because you could tell that was a frustration type of foul. He was going after him. Mad Max, the boot. It's a good one. Under the right foot. But Mansfield Christian, they've got him flanked up top now. Martin settles, and a handball on Everett. Tough break. Big booming ball skies down here into the corner. The acceleration ridiculous for Stevens. He'll turn in, set it up outside, redirected. Big booming ball again here. This time it's Alex Mayer. It'll flow away. The drop out wide, and smart play by Carey. He could have probably played it back there for Tanner Bond. Instead, he elected not to. And it gives Mansfield Christian an opportunity in the final minute. Tem lobs it. A lot of contact, no whistle. Man, we might have to spin that back. Neal out wide, and nobody made a run. What say you, fans? Full arm extension there by Cohen Stevens. And it certainly did send him down to the turf. Bad ball that time by Mayer. One final opportunity here for Van Buren in regulation. Try to flip it down inside the 18. Waiting for it there was Mallory. As the final ticks are going to flow away, regulation not going to be enough tonight. We'll see you back here. Overtime number 1 and a golden goal. That's what will be the difference tonight and who will march on into the Elite Eight. Stay with us. Live and free tournament soccer will return in just a couple minutes.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
Guys, it's overtime. Golden goal coming up here. You're going to watch it live and free together with me, Brian Skowronski. But we wouldn't be here without the help of all of our generous sponsors. Give it up for our good friends over at Whitaker Myers, locally owned financial planner that boasts the endorsement of national money expert Dave Ramsey and the team at Seitz Solutions. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespans. Mansfield Christian. Experience the embrace of a learning community that cherishes your child's growth in spiritual and academic development at Mansfield Christian Schools. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. And Seitz Solutions, securing your data one bite at a time with IT solutions for your business. 2 halves of play. Not enough here at Clyde as we have reached overtime, folks, and we are all square at 1 goal apiece. I had to reset things, so look, I'm going to show you. Bang, goal for Van Buren earlier. Bang, goal for Mansfield Christian. They answered it right after the fact. Stevens putting it in at the 21:58 mark for the Black Knights, and then Neal answering less than a minute later. A thing of beauty. Both teams getting their instructions, but how it's going to work? We will play a 15-minute session here. Overtime number 1 is golden goal. So if you score, show's over. We're going home. And the team who just put it in the back of the net, they are moving on. They will live to play at least another game coming up on Sunday in the regional championship match. If nobody scores here over 15 minutes, 2-minute break, and then we come right back. We play 15 more minutes. Golden goal action yet again. If nobody scores after that, we go to a sudden death penalty shootout. 5 players chosen from each team. Back and forth. We'll see if we can even get to that point in the match. As everybody for Van Buren is up on their feet. Well, Mansfield Christian too. I got to give both fan bases a lot of love. They have showed out. The home bleachers, you can't see them. It's such a shame. I wish it was over on the other side because it is packed out. Here we go. The student section lining up along the fence line here for Mansfield Christian. That is the Flames Nation. Van Buren got one over on the other side. Parents are here, grandparents, family members, all the way around these bleachers here at Clyde. It is a phenomenal atmosphere for tournament soccer. There are some shorts out here, a lot of short sleeves as well, because guess what? Mother Nature, she has lost her mind. It's almost November. It is 70 degrees. I don't know what's going on. If this is global warming, bring it on, baby. I am all in. Here we go. Overtime session number 1 officially underway. Mansfield Christian, they had a couple of decent build-ups in that second half, rarely possessed. About 83%, I think, was played down on their end of the pitch. As we get an infraction, or just over the line, they said. Sorry. So a quick throw-in and Van Buren possessing, as they did very confidently so far in the match. In the first 80 minutes, dominating the TOP. But it doesn't matter in this game. That is the gift and the curse. If you're a fan of soccer, and y'all know it, if you enjoy this sport, you can thoroughly outplay your opponent. I have seen a ton of playoff action where the team that only had 5 shots against their opponent who had about 40 ended up coming out on the other side. That could be the case here tonight for Mansfield Christian because this dude, number 99, he has had a gargantuan performance in between the pipes. Grady Heichel, the front runner right now for MVP, unless we get a game-winning goal here from somebody that would thrust them right into the driver's seat, I would say. Playing in this type of environment, so much on the line, and all you need is just one. As no whistle off the pressure, and here's a great chance here, left side, Stevens deflected out. Mayer can't drive it anywhere, though, as it's kicked right back into the 18. Little side hop, and makes his way out here for Martin. Nice touch, gets around one defender. Now Everett taking his time, barreling his way through a couple, stumbles through, drops down. It'll be Mansfield Christian throw-in after this. Just trying to fight his way between. Tumbled over a mini dog pile of 3. Everett's eye. A little shaken up, but it's playoff soccer. Nobody's completely healthy this time of year. Bad pass by Martin as it's right at the feet there of Van Buren. And this kid, by far, has been the fastest on the pitch here tonight. Cohen Stevens, this senior has been electrifying, playing like he's got rocket boosters strapped to his toesies down there. His boots have been moving fast and furiously. if you thought the Flames were the only ones out there on the field, sometimes his cleats feel like they're snatching their way on fire too, the way that he gets moving. Black Knights throwing just south of midfield. Overran that time by Tim. He'll get back into the mix and called for the foul. Adam 10 after the misplay and just a double bump. Both he and Max Hoovler made a little bit of a Van Buren sandwich, and that gives them a great opportunity. Busey driving it back post, punched out but still up for grabs, laying at the feet, and wow. Mansfield Christian, they have been like Neo in the Matrix, dodging bullets left and right here tonight. Colton Wilson thought that he would have a prime opportunity. Nobody in net. Instead, they get it out of dodge yet again. Whew. Got me on the literal edge of my seat here. This is not just word vocabulary play on what's going on. Mansfield Christian on multiple occasions. I mean, they got me sliding to the edge of my sitting surface. Been a lot of fun here tonight. Glad that you could join me. Next dead ball, I'll check in with you guys out there in the comment section, see what's going on. It looks like it's going to be right now. What up, D.D. Hamilton Johnson? Turn on the Flames, hoping they can lock it down. Well, Grady anyways. Yeah, he's been doing that. He has been the lock and the key. Lori Lumadou says, let's go Flames. Same thing for Sophie Mowry. Roman Williams, physical game, no doubt. Hey, what's up, Megan Young? Cheered on the Flames here tonight. My buddy Kevin McMahon watching from West Palm Beach. Hopefully everything's down there. You guys have survived. You guys have just been getting doused. Thanks for showing the local soccer matches this year. Happy to do it. Tom Krall cheering on the Flames. Feels like they can do it. Audrey Moore on the flip side of the equation, cheering on those Knights out there. Joe Moritz wants them to turn up the heat. Things are getting extra crispy out there, and it's not just the temperature. 70 degrees, though? I didn't even bring a jacket. I don't know why my camera lady brought extra backup gear plus a hoodie. I think she's even got gloves stuffed in her pockets. Absurd. It's perfect temperatures out here tonight. The sun's starting to set. We're going to fall back here this weekend, too. So things are going to start getting awful dark, awful quick. Who's going to put out the lights on their opponents here in this overtime? Maybe nobody. We'll see. On the hop, a little bit of pressure put on by Pierce. And that's just enough to get possession, but Cyphers, rough pass. Gives Carey the ball back. He'll whip it, little sidewinder. Right foot from Cyphers. Knocks it right back out. Allows him to drive down about 15 yards closer to frame. And he's got a big throw in. And hey, about 15 more incrementally marching their way down the field. One Landon Cyphers touch at a time. Stone dropping it in. And how about it again? Quick throw in. Knocked out of there. Lobbed into the box. What do we got? Whistle going against Van Buren. It was Carey who dropped it in. And whistle sets up this free kick here for MC. They'll work it over to Tem. Little bit of a carry. Now to the middle for Mayer. Looking to make his move around Busey. Drop down Weston Neal. Hasn't been able to get much going after that first half. And now the Flames gonna throw a couple of subs out there. Cyphers takes his seat. William Cruz will replace him. Thought he really played some quality minutes in that first half specifically. He's out on the left wing right now. Peyton McFadden sitting middle. Isaac Onderich just checked in. He's out on the right side. Back to action. Down the far side, Tem gets there first. Mayer, smooth operating. Punches it to the middle for McFadden. And just trying to blister it up in space. I love this decision because now it gets MC the throw-in. They're on the plus side of the field where, I mean, this has seldom been the territory. I don't like that, though. I don't like the throwback. Try to keep it down on the opponent's territory. Even if you throw it down the line, it forces them to make a decision. Van Buren starting to press forward. And they have done that at will so far tonight. Once they collect possession, I mean, this team, they are relentless at just forcing guys forward. Coach Swain's good. He's just got his guys trained to, you know, just empty the barrel at all times. Keep driving forward, as we see here from Mallory. Deflected, though, off the noggin of Carey. Little backspin. Hoover gets to it. Everett protecting the back line with Max a bit out of position. And now Peyton had it taken away from him. Oh, how about that step over just to keep it in play? Up top chance here for Ryson. Hasn't looked for his own shot much here tonight. And another little scare. They drive it middle, boy. Mansfield Christian. Cruz, who only a couple minutes into the match. How do you come middle with that one? My goodness. Blood pressure medication needs to be on stack down in the Mansfield Christian cheering section. But right now, surviving, doing just enough. It's like that one character in Friday the 13th movies that somehow they know to go out the right door and just keep running. Jason Voorhees is always going to walk. If your cardio is good, you will survive. Couple headers out of there. Ryson tried to flip it with the left foot. Chase out wide on Derek. And can't really get to it just in time. So it's going to be a Van Buren throw-in. More than 10 minutes already coming off the clock here in overtime number 1. It is a golden goal situation, folks. If anybody can put one in the back, they will advance on to the Elite Eight. Super high defensive line right now. Everybody inside of the football 40-yard line right now for the Black Knights. A little push in the back right there. Fruth got away with it. And now off the chase here near side. Chance here for Stone. Pushed out into the wing, though. Hoovler able to accelerate, get over there as he struck it into third gear, slide by, and now opens things up for Carey. Switching fields, but a heavy touch and a Flames throw-in coming up. A lot of encouragement coming right now from the Mansfield Christian cheering section, just telling them, you got to keep it up, boys. They have not had a shot here in this overtime session. Can they get something going now with Pierce? It'll at least be a throw-in in plenty of time. Neal surveying. Knights dropping 9 back. Oh, somehow squirts through the cross middle. Deadly opportunity there for MC. They come up with nothing, but they'll keep the heat on as Cruz tries to go through 1v1, and it doesn't work out. Martin, though, with the tap. Here's Mayer. Mayer reversing now for Hoovler. Max belts it up top. He's got some weaponry. Good find. Nice ball movement. And the shot from distance. Couple hops. At least a little tester here for Mansfield Christian. That is their first shot attempt within the overtime sesh. See if they can keep it moving forward. Mansfield Christian, I mean, they worked back. And, I mean, you do got to protect the net, but also you cannot win without the ball in a goal here. And they were quick to surrender and get about 9 dudes back defending. Like to see them try to get something going. Here is the shot selection earlier. Pierce, I mean, he just got a sliver of space. There was not a whole lot there. Took dead aim. And it was the first time Tanner Bonds had to do anything. Final 2 minutes. Weston Neal's like, dude, I just got cracked in the face. Where's my whistle? Now they'll get one. This is going to go against Aiden Ryson, rather, sorry. And it's a quick play here by MC. And again, they at least force Bond to have to touch it, as Alex Mayer, with the left foot right there, hopped it out wide. Oh, nice carry, 3-on-3 situation. The foot skills. The step over, the shot is there, but so is Grady Heichel. Mr. 99er back down to the turf, protecting the net. He's been awesome. Pierce with the header forward. Now McFadden trying to get it to Pierce. In a crowd, it'll escape through. Here's Weston Neal. 1-on-4. He don't care. He's trying to go right at him. As he goes touch line, belted down. It'll be a Flames throw in, final 25 seconds here of overtime session number 1. Should try to get a chance for at least one shot. And they will. They're going to have a free kick coming up. Got to work in a hurry, though. Down to 7 seconds before they set it up. Hoofler. They should stop the clock. I'm not sure what's up. Nope. Last seconds milk away. Definitely not halftime. Definitely don't have a final, though, here either. We go to Golden Goal session number 2. We'll be back live and free back here at Clyde in just a second.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Busaris for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
Overtime number 2 here at Clyde. Sweet 16 Division 5 boys soccer action. Who wants it more? The number 5 team in the state, Van Buren, beaten just once on the season, enjoying their most victorious campaign ever. 18 victories for them. Hoping it's 18 and counting. Mansfield Christian, bit of a Cinderella story as the number 4 seed to emerge from their district. But one of the most legendary small school programs that we have in the fine Buckeye State. I'm Brian Skowronski. Golden goal session number 2. Here, let me, hold on, mess that up. There we go. So again, to explain that to you, if you're unfamiliar with the terminology, if Mansfield Christian were to score, it's over. They win. Same with Van Buren. But they've only got 14 minutes, 20 seconds to do it. If not, if nobody is able to cash one in, as we get some physical activity down there. And this is going to go against Finn Martin. We will go to a penalty kick shootout. And from talking to assistant coaches for Mansfield Christian, explaining to me that they have been working on PKs every single day, making sure that they're in a position where they're not taken off guard if you're unaware. They just draw at the end of regulation during the regular season, so there's no such thing. Until you get to the playoffs now, all of a sudden it can determine and hinge your entire season and fate. That's what makes it so crazy, but so much fun. First, stepping up to the ball, there was Nunez. I mean, he was a fixture in the middle in that first half. Dude was kind of everywhere. Now they'll try to sling it near side. Little undercut there is Laus. If you're joining us late, and I see that we've got a nice size viewing audience coming on here for these final sessions. More than 100 of you all watching together on Facebook, and about 100 of you all watching concurrently too on YouTube Channel 1. And Stover Taxidermy said just what I said in the comment section. Who wants it more? Let's go Flames. Lily Mowry cheering on Aiden Booth out there. Sean Stover, come on Flames. Time to get on the gas. They love to heat up the Bunsen burner right now and do it defensively. Try to get it out of their own space. Heichel able to squeeze that one. Lobbed over top by Busey. 25 total shots tonight for Van Buren, but only 6 of them have been on frame. So while we've certainly seen a lot of heroics tonight for Grady Heichel, hasn't had to make a ton of real saves. No, I got that back. I'm sorry. 13 saves tonight for Heichel. I was going to say, it seems like he's been doing a lot. I was looking at Mansfield Christian's side of the sheet. They've got just 2 shots on goal. 6 total. Throw-ins coming up here for Van Buren. Taking their time, pushing everybody basically up into the attacking third here. And Mansfield Christian marking up. They've got 11 dudes back defending. Their back has been to the wall most of the night, hoping to just pop one out. That's how they got their goal in the first half from Neal. As Pierce is down, able to flop back up. And it looks like he's moving okay as Heichel lays down, captures the rock. Grady just wheels it out here for Everett Martin. Allows him to make the decision. And actually, I'd like to see Grady just try to get a big punt. He's got a strong leg. Try to punch it over into enemy territory. As this ball placed nicely out in front of Stevens on the coast. And they will get a corner kick opportunity. Headed out of bounds by Everett Martin. Everybody outside of the box and back post. 7 guys all make their charge. Flipped into the box. Heichel extends, pulls out, pushes it away. Grady Heichel again getting to the rock right when he needed to. Wowza. Gets the mid out and is able to swat it away. 2 guys for Van Buren were coming in on that back post that would have had a real good shot at it. Nice battle, McFadden. Ooh, nearly a dangerous play as the left foot there of Busey. Pretty close to old Peyton's face, and got to protect the moneymaker out there. Black Knights whistled for this one. Oh, I think they've got a great case that probably should have been a dangerous play against Alex Mayer. That's what they're arguing right now. Seitz Solutions replay probably indicates that, but referees can't get it right every time. They suggested a handball. And now here comes Martin. Drives it in, a little slow hopper. Tem will meet it on the near side. Mansfield Christian hasn't tried to work it from this side of the pitch much. Monster collision. Pierce on the bad end. Boom. Absolutely level by Gavin Fruth. But it's for the betterment of the team. They've got Hoovler on the ball. 5 friends all waiting in the wings over on the left side of the pitch. McFadden and Weston Neal make their run. Driven, bending, and knocked out by Van Buren. Man, is this team sharp defensively. They get to it first, which has been the case more often than not tonight. Mansfield Christian just had the throw-in, and it didn't go very well. They couldn't keep it in bounds. Dawson Louse had a chance to try to swat it in, but the referee on top of it. As we'll get a substitution, and Isaac Ondarek checking in here. He'll take up space here on the right side. Now over on the opposite wing, that's where the ball starts here for Van Buren, and they'll have a throw-in. Stevens looking. Now he'll chuck this one deep into the box. Missed header on Derek. Got a piece of it. Launched deep. And Grady Heichel. It's like a teddy bear for him. Clinging to that thing. Keeping life here for Mansfield Christian out on the pitch. He has done that time and time again so far here in this contest. The heartbeat so far of the team has been the junior keeper. Carry down the far side. Tried to find Wilson in the middle. Slugged out of there, at least right now. And yes, Pierce, he's able to get it. Tried to make his way through a double team. Second time here in the last few minutes that Gavin Fruth has been able to just knock him out. And he's going to get a yellow card, folks. It'll actually be given to Nick Carey. Show it to you one more time. So Carey's on the backside, and it definitely looked like he tried to press him into Fruth. A Noah Pierce sandwich, and more like a s'more, and he was the marshmallow. Kind of squished in between. Pierce is a tough dude, though. He'll be back next season as well for Coach McFadden, just a junior. Everett. Slung up way in the sky. On Derek battling for it here on the near side. And the Black Knights chase it out almost immediately. I can count on 0 fingers tonight the amount of occasions the Mansfield Christian's been able to keep it over on this side of the pitch for more than about 30 seconds at a time. Look at how fast Van Buren gets to the ball. Now, they've had problems once they've broken into the attacking third, though, trying to connect. But they do have 30 shots. 14 on target, 13 saves, though, by Grady Heichel tonight. You don't often think that a goalie is going to be tired and need like a little ice bath after the match. Could be the case tonight for old Grady. Off the goal kick, Pierce almost goes face-to-face with Isaac. As this is slung out but played nicely out of the air. Yet again, Busey got to it. And to my keys to victory tonight, no chinks in the armor for the Black Knights. As two bodies land face down on the turf. Mayer shaken up, Stevens the same. They both get to the ball at the same time. And Cohen Stevens tonight, this is about the fourth time that we've really seen him shaken up. Slow it down one more time. You've got a decent argument, and we've got the benefit of putting it at 52% speed and watching it all play out and doing it for a third time here. But you got a pretty solid argument if you're a Van Buren fan of just saying, you know what, we should probably have a penalty kick off of that one. Mayer, two hands into his back. Not sure that he even got the ball. But it'll be a goal kick. 50-50 balls have been more like 90-10. Black Knights all over it. White on rice for them. Try the far side. This has been the most common grounds tonight for Van Buren to try to get it into the attacking third on that right wing. Oh, misplay and a chance, but Heichel, of course, he's got the S on his chest. I'm sure if he took off that jersey, you'd see the cape flowing. Probably need to get him out there in a cape if this goes to penalty kicks. Lobbed in, and Heichel again, high pointing it, snatches it out of midair. Grady waiting for some numbers to start getting forward. Punt taken by Nunez. And now shoulder to shoulder, Pierce is able to get a touch on it. And here's a chance, a 3-on-5 for Mansfield Christian. If they belt it up top, they'll try. Got John Mark Pierce up top. Big pressure put on Seth Gregory. How did he come away with that ball? And he'll shift it with the shot. And the frustration for him, I think that he was anticipating a nice charge. You see Busey in the picture. Nunez got in there late. But when you're this deep into the match, and we're talking, what, over 100 minutes of action for these kids. I mean, you can't have that much left in the tank. Probably should be a whistle, yeah. So an aggressive play there. And it goes against Aiden Ryson. Just 3 minutes remaining on the clock. Do we get a scare in spooky season from one of these two offenses? One of the few misstruck balls on the back line tonight here for Van Buren. And it allows Mansfield Christian to lay it out in space. Hard charge, Tanner Bond. He is still back there, folks. Seldom seen in that light blue jersey tonight. As his defensive unit and certainly the midfielders, they've just been spooktacular in this thing. Not sure if that was deflected or not. Referees certainly think it was. As we'll get a substitution in, one for each side. The freshman John Mark Pierce checks out. And the clock still running. Overtime number 2. Throw in on the outskirts of the box. MC just hoping to clear it out. The bicycle kick. Hoovler, he can't send it. And now Pierce, the one that finally does get to it, as this is lifted again. Almost settling. Just on the perimeter that time. So a couple scares actually here for Mansfield Christian, and nothing has come easy for them. But they have done what they need to do to keep things dead even on our Whitaker Myers Wealth Manager scoreboard, 1 apiece. Nobody able to break through since the 21-minute mark of half number 1. It's been good, clean defense. Neal on the give and go, and boy, he wanted that one bad on the run. You see his frustration with McFadden. And Peyton still getting an earful, as that would have been a 2-on-2 had the run continued, and he was able to get it to Weston, moving with some veracity. Hoovler launches. Got plenty behind it as it chases Nunez into his own territory. He'll push it right back in. This one drops inside the 18 for Busey. Gregory's going to let everybody get up into the box. 9 dudes right now, a full collection up there. Can they get a shot into this thing? Whoa! With just 10 seconds left, how about this one driven low by Alex Busey? Nearly stopped everything. That is a final here for 2 overtimes. We are going to go to a penalty kick shootout. We've seen Mansfield Christian in this situation in the tournament a few times here in seasons past. See if they can come up big when we come back. Elite 8 berth on the line at Clyde. It will be decided after this commercial break.
Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
Guys, 110 minutes is not enough. We are not done at Clyde. You're about to watch a penalty shootout for the whole enchilada, live and free, thanks to all of these generous sponsors rotating on your screen right now. What up, Mechanics Bank? Thank you guys so much. It's Richland County's only independent community bank. Seitz Solutions, securing your data one byte at a time with IT solutions for your business. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespan. Whitaker Myers, locally owned financial planners that boast the endorsement of national money expert Dave Ramsey and the team at Ramsey Solutions. And Mansfield Christian Schools, experience the embrace of a learning community that cherishes your child's growth in spiritual and academic development at Mansfield Christian School. We return to Clyde High School, where we march on to a penalty shootout, folks. 1-1 right now. The score after we put 2 full sessions in the books of overtimes, 2 full 40-minute sessions of regulation, and neither was able to complete the task of securing a winner. So this is what it all boils down to. 5 players from each team will get an opportunity to try to score. I believe from 12 yards away is specifically where the ball is going to be marked. And it looks like Mansfield Christian is going to be first. Noah Pierce making the long walk down, taking his time as Tanner Bond in between the pipes awaits his opportunity. Going to clear out the scoreboard for you guys. And how this works, they will go back and forth. 1 player each team, 5 in a row, until somebody has an advantage that the other cannot make up in 1 kick. Pierce awaits his instructions and his opportunity, as it gets deafeningly quiet out here. And he'll go left side and drive it home. Mansfield Christian on the board. Second look on the Seitz Solution instant replay. Little side step shimmy to the left. And just a solid, clean strike left side. Bond guessed wrong. And it's 1-0 here, Mansfield Christian. Captain midfielder Alec Busey had a phenomenal match tonight. Can he deliver here in money time? Heichel dancing around out there. He dives and makes the save. Grady Heichel. I told you he should have put a cape on to come out here for the penalty shootout. Superman with the save. Makes me think of that Eminem song where he says, Superman ain't saving you know what. Well, guess what? Grady Heichel never got the memo. Did it right there. Now it's time for Everett Martin. Senior season wants to keep it alive. Mansfield Christian looking to take a 2-0 advantage here in the penalty shootout. Too high, airmailed it. And Tanner Bond able to take a deep breath. Missed opportunity right there for Martin. And so we've got one miss each. And Seth Gregory, captain number 2, come on down. He'll take center stage. Heichel's been great diving to his right tonight. Quick shot, it's the other way, and he missed. Off target, right side for Gregory. Might have rushed it just a hair. So 2 shots for Van Buren. Neither have made their way home. And it gives Max Hoovler another chance to give Mansfield Christian a commanding 2-0 cushion. Cash money, big rims. Max Hoovler. And a smile cascading over his face. Bang! Right down Main Street. No tricks, all treats. If you're a fan of Mansfield Christian, gotta love it. For Van Buren now, don't get tight. Big moments, but you gotta start cashing some checks here. 3rd captain in a row, Aiden Ryson. Left foot, nice strike. He delivers. Got Heichel off balance that time. Tried to go left, but good body control. Didn't surrender with the full dive. Tried to come back middle. Couldn't get there in time. Black Knights on the board. Big time shot. To round 4 we go. Chance of Booth cascading their way throughout the Mansfield Christian cheering section. Aiden, one of the fan favorites out here. If he can make this, it forces Van Buren to make their last 2 shots. Booth. Prime time performer. As cool as a cucumber. Breeze blowing through his hair like he's an action star in a slow motion scene. Aiden Booth. Big time. No play to be made that time by Bond. I don't know that any keeper on any planet would have been able to shoot away and knock that one down. So this is it, folks. Everything rests on the right foot here of Cohen Stevens. Electric tonight. Can he continue in the penalty shootout? If not, Mansfield Christian dances on. A slow little march. He says, Heichel saves it. That's it. Mansfield Christian moves on. They are elite. Heichel, the hero tonight, shuts it down. The Flames move on. What a scene out here at Clyde. So improbable. But Grady Heichel and company keep the season going as he takes his victory lap. How about it, folks? Give it up, Heichel. He needs a rest. My gosh. Here it is one more time. The game-sealing save. Grady Heichel, his 3rd of the penalty shootout session. Boom, baby. Kicking them right into the regional championship rounds. So Mansfield Christian marches on. Van Buren, their most successful season in program history. The final chapter has been written here at Clyde. We're not done. We will be back. Post-game coverage presented by Avita Home Health and Hospice still on the way, including an interview with our Seitz Solutions MVP. I'm talking to Grady Heichel. That's all on the way after a quick commercial timeout. Man, what a night to be a Flame.
Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
We're now joined by the player of the game, the hero on the night, Grady Heichel, coming through, and the fanfare for you obviously crazy out there. They made a tunnel for you as you came up to talk to me here with this MVP conversation, and 3 saves during that penalty kick shootout. You were dynamite all night. Let's begin there in the crazy moments at the end of the game, and just talk to me about, you know, what it was like to keep that clean sheet and keep it going to where you even got in a situation in the penalty shootout.
Oh, it felt amazing. I mean, our defense was stellar the entire game. They locked down Van Buren's attack the entire game. We went into this game thinking we have nothing to lose. We're playing on house money, as we called it, and we had nothing to lose. We gave it all on the field, and our main goal was just to keep them out of the box. We had a set of possession plans because we watched film for days upon this game, and eventually our possession broke through with the 1 goal we had, and then we were just able to settle back and keep them out of the net for the rest of the game. Obviously, big thanks to my defense, but I mean, shout out to the attackers. They had some great shots. They just weren't able to get it past.
Yeah, they really put a lot of pressure on you here tonight. We doxed you for 13 saves, but a few of them, dude, you had to go airborne, Superman style, to make some big-time plays for your guys back there defensively. So it seemed like, you know, a little out of breath getting up here tonight. Normally a goalie doesn't have that type of tremendous pressure on them throughout the course of the match. So if you can kind of put into words what it was like to go through what you did there, protecting, because we had them for about 70% possession down on your guys' end. So obviously you were called upon a lot.
Pressure? What pressure?
Ha!
No, I mean, it was a lot of pressure for our defense the entire game. I mean, we were able to hold them down, and we set it's called a line of conference, or a line of confrontation. We set that about on the 25-yard line down there, where if they stepped in that zone, we closed them down immediately, and that blocked their long-range shots, which was one of their main points of attack we had clocked them down for. And then once they got in there, we were able to force them to one side. I was able to tell where they were going without too much trouble and make the reactions I needed to make. Obviously, it was a fun game to play in.
And then you get to the penalty kick shootout, and then you guys score right away, and then you make the dramatic save diving to your right. What do you think that did for maybe just your spirits and uplifting the entire team right away to go up 1-0 going into round 2?
That was the calmest that ever felt going into the penalty shootout. We had nothing to lose, like I said before, and then that save gave our team the momentum they needed to put their balls in the net. We had one of our center backs put it over the net, but that didn't phase us. We came back, we put it right in the corner. We've been practicing penalties at least 1 day a week for the last month, and that really paid off now.
And then the game clinching save for you. You drop kick it, you take a victory lap. Take me through the emotion of that moment, and what do you remember about the celebration?
Oh, it's a high I haven't felt in probably ever, to be fair.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I mean, my teammates sprinting towards me. We had one preseason scrimmage against our rivals where we had a penalty shootout like that. That's probably the closest it's ever been to that. But that feeling you have when you make that save and you sprint around, I mean, that's what you dream of. I've been literally dreaming of that moment for years even. It felt amazing.
4 straight losses for you guys coming into the tournament. All of a sudden, the Flames catch fire as we thought that you just might. What do you think has really clicked for this team since you've got into the playoffs, where you've only allowed 2 goals this entire run, and now here you are, elite, moving into the Elite 8?
Some motivation kicked in between our last season game and now, and we realized we have nothing to lose. These seniors, they are the spirit of the team. They are the passion we need to go forward, and they have been giving it all tournament long. We depend on them. They set the precedent at practice. They set the precedent at the game, and it's fantastic to watch. That the 4-game loss streak, it's gone. It's beyond our heads now. We don't even think about it anymore. All we think of is the tournament streak we're going on, and hopefully to keep going.
All right, we'll see you again on Sunday. Before we do, take a look in the camera. Give as many shout-outs as you want, bro.
First, I'm going to shout out Mr. Branham, first period Bible teacher. He's been looking for a shout-out all year, and I like to do that too. Thanks for spreading the word of the Lord every year, or every day for every year you have been at this school. I come in the morning and I see it. I like it. I'll give a shout-out to my mom, who's been at every game since I was little. My grandma, who's also been at every game since I was little. My dad, who's coached me since I was 5 and still is on the coaching staff today. Give a shout-out to the Lord our Savior, and a shout-out to Fast Twitch as well.
All right, Grady Heichel, your Seitz Solutions MVP.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Busaris for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
We are back now with our Avita Home Health and Hospice post-game show, and a special visitor joining me up in the box now. How about the winning head coach here tonight? And probably never a doubt, right, Coach? Well, what a game that you guys had, and the game plan, and it felt like you executed it pretty well against a very quality opponent.
Well, definitely a very quality opponent. They played really solid. We knew they'd be direct. We knew that's what they were going to bring at us. I think it still caught us by surprise for the first 10 or 15 minutes or so. But we settled in and played well.
And talking to Grady, I was like, you guys come into the postseason a little bit down on yourselves, losers of 4 straight, didn't have a victory over those last couple of weeks. All of a sudden, you catch fire. He said that's in the rear view, man. We're not even thinking about that. All we're thinking about now is the Elite 8. How did you make that conversion where you took kids that were maybe a little bit less confident than they are now and turned them into some primetime performers in the playoffs?
Well, the ability and the skills have been there, and they've worked hard all year. It was the mental component that we lacked through the season on and off. You'd see us play really well, and then we'd play poorly. We'd show up. We might not. And they've put it together mentally at this point. They've just tonight is a great example of just the mental toughness. We got down. We got it back. They stuck with it. The mental component they really have put together for this postseason run.
If you could talk to us a little bit about strategy. We had Van Buren for about 70% of the possession tonight, and a lot of it down on your guys' end. Kind of your backs were against the wall, but not a whole lot of creases. They didn't have too many great looks and opportunities when they did. Grady Heichel was Superman. He came through when he absolutely needed to. What did you guys want to do to them? Because you were really packing it in defensively when you were coming into this match. What was some of the conversation of how you were going to try to defend them?
Well, what you saw, that's what we talked about. The back line had to be conservative. We couldn't push real high because we knew they were going to play the long balls over top. And I didn't want to get in a foot race all night long with their speed up top. So I asked our guys to be more conservative, to keep our lines compact and together so that we didn't have gaps between lines. And then when we got the chance to possess out and go together so that we weren't putting the ball up for one guy to chase all the time. We had to stay together in our lines as a team, and we were fighting it at times, but they finished. They stayed together, and they fought and fought and fought. The heart of the boys, incredible.
Yeah, it seems like during this tournament run, you've won in a couple of different fashions so far, putting up 4 goals in the district championship match. Now here tonight, you have to battle it out. You have to gut through it, get through a couple overtimes, and then that penalty kick shootout. So for you as the coach over on the sideline, how do you keep your composure, or do you when you're in those extra sessions and then with the PK stuff?
I'm not sure I did. It was stressful. I mean, clearly I don't have any hair, so I couldn't pull my hair out, but I didn't feel like the game was, I mean, the first 10 minutes, I wondered, but I didn't feel like the game was ever out of hand.
Sure.
I didn't feel like we were, I mean, they were dominating possession at times for sure, but I didn't feel like that it was hopeless. That we were scrappy on the back and really played well. A lot of their chances weren't great ones from distance.
Sure.
Stuff that was contested. So it wasn't maybe as stressful as it could have been. Feeling like we're holding our own.
Yeah, you definitely did that. You defended well here tonight. Despite the 34 shots, you get it done. Big congratulations. You're marching on here into Sunday's regional championship. What's on the agenda between now and then? Have you thought about how you want to try to prepare for a game? I mean, you never played a match on a Sunday normally.
Yeah, we'll have to see about adjusting that. I'm hoping we can.
Okay. Maybe try to play on Saturday?
I would love to. I mean, it's a Sunday game. It's hard for us.
Sure.
So if we could move it, we'll see. I mean, both teams have to be willing, and so we'll see how that works out. Give the boys tomorrow off, rest their legs a little bit.
Earned it.
Maybe we'll come in for a light shoot around or something, but, kick the ball around just to be together. But then we'll get back at it and start watching some film. See, who do we have?
I didn't even look yet.
I didn't either. I don't even know who we have.
Fan section, which was awesome tonight, and I actually thought both communities really showed out for this game. It was a lot of fun to have the cheers and the jeers going on right.
Yeah,
in front of us.
it was good. I told one of the coaches this could be the complete revenge tour. We had Riverdale, who took us out regular season this year, and the boys really wanted them back. And then we had Van Buren took us out of the tournament last year.
Right.
So we got them here. 2 years ago, Ottoville took us out at this point in the tournament. If we could get them back, they were one of the teams that were on the line there.
Trying to see if this is updated as of yet. It looks like you're going to be playing Ottoville, Coach. A 3-0 winner tonight over Elyria Open Door Christian. So that's going to be the matchup. Do we get it on Saturday or do we get it on Sunday? That's the only thing to be determined. All right, Chad. Hey, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Big win tonight. Looking forward to seeing you compete again next time you're on the pitch. We'll be right back. I'll have Georgia on with me. We'll break down the final stats and then wrap things up here from Clyde.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Did you know that every parent in Ohio may now choose the right school for their child? Hi, I'm Dr. Cy Smith, Superintendent at Mansfield Christian School. Thanks to new legislation, all of Ohio's children are now eligible for a school voucher. No matter where you live, everyone qualifies, and 80% of Ohioans qualify for the full voucher amount. We are so excited for Christian families who can now align their child's education with their Christian values at a private school like Mansfield Christian. Give them the truth that they desperately want and need. Give them a Christian education. You can find out more information at mcsflames.org or call 419-756-5651.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
Our post-game show presented by Avita Home Health and Hospice rolls on as we bring Georgia McFarland now into the mix. She's been tracking the numbers all night long. And first, I mean, what a performance, what a game by Mansfield Christian. They had their backs against the wall the entire time, and it felt like it was a little bit of a rope-a-dope. They just kept taking the shots, and then when they needed it most in that penalty shootout, they got it done. Just give me your impressions overall of this match.
Yeah, the game definitely wasn't in Mansfield Christian's favor, I don't think, at really a lot of the points, but like the coach said, it was all mental. They really didn't have much offensive presence, but when they did, they made it known, and they made sure that Van Buren was scared when they had the ball up top.
Here are your final stats of the game in 34-6, and I talked about it quite a few times throughout the course of the match. I've seen this go both ways, and for Mansfield Christian, even in the tournament, where you're dominating, you're down in opponent territory the entire time. You've got 69% of the possession, but it doesn't matter if you can't sneak one in, and for Mansfield Christian, they played with about 8 guys back more often than not here tonight, and like you said, when they were able to get it up top, it did put a little bit of fear in Van Buren, even though they were very quick to get to the ball. But still, 13 saves for Grady Heichel. I think that's the difference.
Yeah, for sure. Without that type of save percentage, I mean, the game would be over. It would be a lot different outcome. But because their defense and their goalkeeper was so good, I think that's what really gave them motivation, and that's what gave them momentum going into, the 2 overtimes and the PKs.
He came up clutch when he needed it most. That's why he was our MVP, unquestionably, as Mansfield Christian rolls into the Elite 8. That will do it, though, for our coverage here tonight. Got to thank all of our generous sponsors coming together, helping bring you live and free coverage of this dynamic playoff game. Mansfield Christian advances. It's tied 1-1 at the end of 2 overtimes, but they take it 3-1 in the PK shootout. You watched it because of our good friends over at Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, Mansfield Christian Schools, Avita Home Health and Hospice, Mechanics Bank, and Seitz Solutions. For my awesome staff here at the OH Report, Adam Thompson putting together all the cool graphics that you get to watch, Georgia McFarland tracking your stats, breaking it down for you at halftime and at the end of the game. I'm Brian Skowronski for Jory Hollenbeck saying so long for tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow. More live and free regional coverage coming up of volleyball. Peace out for now.